here we are, a swift 8 hours later, back at the park. I'm running on 4 hours of sleep and a dream. Anyway, first order of business today is the Cowboy Breakfast at 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. They do have a menu listing what exactly they're going to be serving, but I'm going to be honest, I kind of forgot to read that. So, I'm going to be figuring it out as it goes. And here we are. Today, for the first year out of these 4 years, I'm actually going to be signing up for the Rodeo rivalry with a few other people. But yeah, I think we're gonna get breakfast first, so I'll get that. We'll go sit down and we'll go over what they have. So this year, we have pancakes this year, biscuits and gravy. And then, same from last year, bacon, sausage, potatoes. They also had scrambled eggs, but they've also had that the past 3 years, and in my opinion, it's not the greatest. So I decided not to get the scrambled eggs this year, but everything else, I'll try. So, yeah, let's cut to this having no food on the plate, hopefully. And we are back. Potatoes, same as last year. They're pretty decent. Bacon, also same as last year. Boring. Let's see, what else was there? I kind of forgot what I ate. The sausage. Last year it was more soggy, but this year it wasn't as soggy. They actually, the way they had it stored this time, it wasn't like soaked in the juice. Wow, look at that, magic is gone. Anyway, personally, compared to last year, I would say this breakfast has been an upgrade, and I'd rate it solid 7 out of 10. But yeah, next is the Lights On tour over at Pirates of the Deep Sea on the boardwalk. So yeah, let's head over there. Alright, like I said earlier, we're gonna head over to the boardwalk, do the Lights On tour for Pirates of the Deep Sea. This should be started, actually I think it already started. They did this the first year, so it's gonna be nice to see it again. They recently renovated it. They have new animatronics, everything's new in there basically. So I'm excited to see what's happening. And here we are inside the big building. Honestly, this first bit is really nothing much. Actually, I can see more looking through my phone. My phone has more brightness in the hallway here. But the waterfall.
So here's the lights on. You got water.
I am going to be doing a one-cut take of this, so feel free to put the video on like 2 times speed or cut through a little bit. But yeah, here we go in 3, 2. Alright. Like I said, this is going to be a one-take shot. So you could put it in 2 times speed. You could fast forward a little bit, but I'm telling you now, I'm gonna walk through this with a one take. So enjoy the Lights On tour of Pirates of the Deep Sea. This is I've never noticed that shark before.
And I don't even get the greatest scores.
Yo, that guy used to be over there.
Yeah. They changed a lot of it.
Yeah, they added a lot of glow-in-the-dark paint and the door. They added a lot of glow-in-the-dark paint and stuff to this ride, and renovations during Fright Fest. There's a lot of things in here that I've never noticed.
That is a big thing.
Look at these.
It was for lunch.
Look at him.
He's having the time of his life with the 100-year-old bread.
This is the only prop that has remained the exact same since the Scooby-Doo ride. That scuba diver there. It's the exact same prop. They never changed it because it still fits the theme. Ooh,
Yeah.
what happened with this?
All this
Oh
theme.
my god. Cart.
You're not supposed to touch the
The
props.
doors. Ah,
The door keeps hitting us.
it's Shaggy.
Creepy guy.
It used to be Shaggy. I miss my boy.
Hey, if you see these two, I'm gonna ask you a question off camera.
That was Scooby. This whole area. 2 years ago, I was on the ride and it broke down in this whole area, and we got to walk through the rest of it. Door. Oh, yeah, I forgot. They recently put in brand new animatronics here. It used to be cardboard cutouts in the cages. But, yeah, that is the lights on tour of Pirates of the Deep Sea. Here we are, the DC universe for the ERT, Kid Flash, Supergirl, Superman, and the Joker. We're gonna hit up all 4 rides. Kid Flash is finally open. They just renovated it, they just renewed it. So let's see how smooth this runs now. All right, the ERT for DC Universe has finally ended. We're gonna head over to the quarry wall next to Iron Rattler. We are going to be walking up it again like we did last year and the year before. We're gonna get some nice shots of Iron Rattler and also possibly Superman, get up close and personal with that track. So let's go. Here we are, just at 10:30. We're beginning the walk. So I'm not gonna one take this. I'm just gonna chop this up, so let's go. All right, so this year they're giving us the option to go up here first or to head over there first. I'm gonna do it how they did it last year. Head up here to the quarry wall first, then head back down to the gully washer area to see the first drop of Iron Rattler. But yeah, right here there's really nothing. I'm gonna be blurry photographs, so let's go a little bit ahead. The lift hill of Roadrunner.
Hey Jay, this is a lot harder than I remember. Yeah.
There's the main attraction right there.
This is a different view.
There's the Rattler. There it goes. Holy. This is the closest, oh, whoa. This is the closest I've gotten to this aside from actually riding the ride. Man, look at that. Let's come over to this drop area. Look at that. This is just scaffolding and all that. Oh my.
Oh, that's the money shot right there, man.
That.
That is the money shot right there.
The park. Oh my. Look at that. The train's about to go over. One. Yippee. Wow, look at that. There's the 360. The twist and turn. And now look at the park.
I'll pick up the snakes.
Take a picture of Iron This is one of the best and closest areas you can get. There it goes there.
Here it is. The money shots. Yeah, we are this close to the track. Look at that thing go. And here it comes. There it goes.
Sorry. You're supposed to be able to go home. We've been here for some time.
Empty but majestic. And Roadrunner is louder than ever. Just like magic, we're down here next to Gully Washer, which is open finally. It's actually been open for like months, but it's open. Yay! Iron Rattler, it's going. Run. Ah, okay. Ha! Just in time. Come on, I don't remember it taking this long. And into the tunnel it goes. Oh my god, it's so hot. That looks so good to just jump into. All right, that about wraps it up for this section. We're gonna head over to the VIP lounge that's about to open in about 30 minutes and grab some snacks, get some fresh water here, just cool off because it is extremely hot. All right, well, I took a really long break. I went into the VIP lounge, grabbed a couple snacks, chilled in there for a little bit, refreshed, got a new bottle of water. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, we're now heading over to the DC area to take a tour through the construction zone. The construction is on the 3 brand new rides that's coming, and also the retheming of all the kids' rides that's still over there. And we're gonna get a behind the scenes look at all of that in a few moments. We are over in DC Universe. It's 1 o'clock and they're starting to funnel us in. So yeah, let's check it out. And here we are inside. There's Green Lantern. And there's some dirt. Some more dirt. And some more dirt. This is the overlay of what to expect. Green Lantern. Cyborg. That's supposed to be Poison Ivy. It's not rendered for some reason. That's Shazam. That's the Metropolis Transit Authority. Penguin. And Batgirl, I believe. This is where Cyber Revolution is going to be.
Welcome to DC Universe in construction. Please be very mindful as you walk around the area. It is a construction area, as you can see. No one is working today, Saturday, but they have typically been working 6 to 7 days a week.
Here's Poison Ivy.
Overnight, when it's a little bit cooler, as you can imagine. We're continuing to welcome folks coming in. Once everyone is in, we'll talk more about the area and where we are and what.
Closer look at Shazam, which I'll walk over to the facade here in a moment. Right here is where the pirate ship used to be, and right here is where Thrill Seeker stage used to be. All the kids' raves and all that. But here is a little sign of Metropolis Transit Authority. A little inside look at the Q house. We have some huge machinery parts. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, Poison Ivy. This is the area for Shazam, Tower of Eternity. We're here at Rambling Road. This is where Penguin Gotham Escape is going to be put in place. Right now, they have the cars over there, and it looks like they're redoing the track. Making our way this way over to the Streamliner Coaster. This is where Batgirl is going to be put in. They've already repainted the track and basically have done everything except for change the sign and put in the statue. The statue is supposed to be going somewhere. I don't know if it's going to be there specifically. I just know they're going to be putting it somewhere. I don't know if I'm able to walk up there. They're over here. Got a lot of stuff going on that I have no idea about. And Jeffrey's talking. Let's go see what he's talking about.
Within the next 7 days, we're going to receive our first shipment of rides and attractions from Zamperla. They've been on a boat coming across from Italy. It takes about 40 days to go from the factory on the ocean to Houston. Once it's in Houston, it takes about an additional week for it to be unloaded in Houston and then be trucked to Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. So it looks like our first 7 containers will be here this upcoming week. And fortunately, in the first shipment is the Nebula's attraction, which is actually going directly in front of me. The foundation is all ready to go, so the ride can actually be set up as soon as it does arrive.
That is Cyborg.
The Nebula's, which we are calling the Cyborg Revolution, is a fun airtime machine. Who's been on a Nebula's? So a few of you guys. Well, ours will be running at maximum thrill, but it's one of those rides, regardless of age. If you like airtime, it's not a dizzyifying ride at all, but it just gives you that airtime feeling over and over again as it pops you over the top. So that'll be just a great, crazy looking piece. Once that opens, Green Lantern will also open with it. We're finishing the thematic overlay of that attraction, and so the construction fence will then move back. The next phase, and what also arrives in this first shipment, is the monorail. Monorail! What do we say? Monorail! That's right, if you're playing along at home, there's only 75 monorails actually in the entire world.
Oh.
Anyone know what the first monorail was in the United States?
Springfield. Besides
Springfield, thank you, yes. Besides the Springfield monorail, it was actually Disneyland. Disneyland was the first monorail ever built in the United States. We are paying tribute to San Antonio history. San Antonio actually was host to Hemisphere, and as part of the Hemisphere experience, there was a monorail. It was shortly removed after Hemisphere was completed, so this will be the first monorail back in San Antonio since the 1960s when Hemisphere occurred. So that's why you'll see the really cool Art Deco design, and having a monorail is something very special. So the next shipment, along with the Nebulas, the track and columns arrive. You can see holes that are going in all around you. The monorail station basically sits where you see our digging equipment. That's where the station will be. The station is actually a little bit higher than most. It's actually going to be 20 feet. The reason it's 20 feet is it allows us to jump over all of our fire lanes, because this area does have fire lanes to it. It also allows us to expand it in the future. So if we did want to add additional stations, it's at a graded height that could basically go to other areas of the park to offer even more transportation. But the first phase of the monorail, when it opens, will offer you a 20 feet in the air experience, roughly a 5-minute journey around the entire DC Universe area. There is a map over here of the monorail path, but to quickly show where that path goes, it actually leaves headed towards the Iron Rattler, following our log flume, goes all the way to the front by Kid Flash, cuts back over in front of Green Lantern, where you see the big crepe myrtles with the white flowers behind you. It jumps back in front of us. You'll see there's giant holes in front of Kids Cafe. Kids Cafe is turning into Planet Krypton Cafe, and it's also going to serve pizza, which this entire area does not have any pizza, which will be great. So you can see the holes, including you see what is digging our holes currently. Then it continues, it turns, goes in front of what will soon be Batgirl, jumps over the creek, heads towards Batman the Ride, follows the train tracks, jumps back over the creek and back to the monorail station. Again, a 2-train operation, 16 guests per train, so it'll be a nice, constant moving type of experience. So that will be open in this section of the area, along with our new Shazam Tower, which, if you're not familiar with that attraction, it's a 70-foot tall tower that bounces up and down, also creating fun, whimsical airtime bouncing moments. But the entire tower also rotates while you're going up and down the ride. So it is their deluxe model. So those are the 3 new attractions, plus the retheming that you see currently going on behind me is Poison Ivy. This will look like you're entering a greenhouse. The plants themselves will look like Venus flytraps. Our coaster, our smallest coaster, will become Batgirl, and then the ride next to it will become Penguin. And Penguin will also be broadened out. Right now, it really is more of a kid's ride. When it's finished, it'll also be a multi-generational attraction. You go through tunnels, Penguin's cannery facility. You'll see that Penguin has recruited other large penguins that are now henchmen trying to ruin your fun. But luckily, Batgirl comes to the rescue and saves the day. There'll be a variety of fully sculpted statues, a variety of effects that will actually make Penguin a really fun and interactive ride experience, no doubt. So welcome to the entire DC Universe area. Again, please feel free to walk around and ask any questions that you have. Yes, gentleman in the red hat that I've never met before.
Go figure. Nebula. Regular seating or y'all doing special seating for large events?
It has the design seating from the manufacturer. It's whatever the seats are from Zamperla is what it is. So, yeah, it's their standard configuration. Any other questions? Yes, sir. The restrooms will actually be part of a different phase. They're getting a light makeover now, but they'll most likely in the future be knocked down completely and rebuilt. Yeah. Yes.
Will there be another signage, or is there only going to be the one DC sign?
There's additional theming that will be coming, including additional DC portals that will show what the area is. Again, new food, new beverage service, new bar service, lots of fun and excitement. The area will really look spectacular. If you've seen any of the renderings online, every ride has a really cool signature portal and theming package that comes with it. The Nebulas, similar to our Daredevil Dive, will have an entire audio package that goes with it. So it'll actually have a pre-show for the queue, where of course you hear horrible things are happening and Cyborg's got to fix it. You get on the ride, it begins, of course something goes horribly wrong, but Cyborg is to the rescue as always to make sure that you end up back safely in the experience. So lots of fun that is yet to come with Cyborg as well. You never know. Yes? Cyborg will have an outdoor shaded pre-show. That's a slip pre-show, which means it's just constantly cycling while you're waiting. The monorail is divided into different zones. So the main floor, when you enter, you'll actually see the monorails coming in above you overhead while they're loading and unloading. And there'll be a whole special soundscape while you're waiting underneath in complete shade and comfort. When you get to the second level is when it becomes more of a transportation sounding ride, where you'll be hearing trains arriving, bells and whistles going off, alerting you that the next train is coming in, to add to kind of the authentic nature. While you're waiting in line, you'll see obviously the route that it takes through DC Universe, along with potential other stops through Metropolis and other fun things paying tribute to DC Universe. Of course, you know who provides all the utilities and infrastructure for DC is? Anyone know?
LexCorp.
It's LexCorp. Luckily for us, we have a great partner. Lex Luthor has been fantastic at providing all the power and energy that's needed for all of our rides and attractions. So if you go over to Kid Flash, you'll see that LexCorp is already providing all kinds of great infrastructure to make sure our rides and attractions maintain seamless operation. But as you know the truth, LexCorp has no good intentions, and you never know what Lex is up to next. This area will also feature character meet and greets, where you'll be able to actually meet your favorite characters. The first phase of character interaction will be Flash, Wonder Woman, Batman, and who am I missing? No, it's not Green Lantern. Isn't phase 1? It's Harley Quinn. Harley will also be here as phase 1, and then we'll be layering additional costume characters as they become available. So we'll have 4 to begin with as well. Are we trying to copy Epic Universe? Is that the question? If you've been to our DC Universe throughout the company, you've noticed that there's, through a long-standing history, that we have DC portals through our parks, along with our park has portals for all the themed areas. So we're just following our long legacy and history of showing and exciting of the areas. Yes, ma'am?
Is the train ever going to get a makeover?
Which train?
The...
Miss Kitty? You're talking about Miss Kitty?
Yes.
The big Fiesta Texas Railroad?
Yeah.
Yes, her sister is in the process of getting a makeover, which is Greta. Greta's her long-standing sister that sadly I've never seen run since I've lived in Texas. So we're in the process of ordering new equipment for Greta and hopefully have her up and running here soon, so she can do some heavy lifting. Yes, sir. The monorail is not air conditioned, it is open air. It is completely shaded on top, so it is a nice enclosed cabin. There's no seatbelts or restraints on the inside, so you seat 2 and 2 facing each other. But once you're in the cabin, it's self-contained, which is also a first design for Zamperla. It is completely covered, and we've designed the train where if you notice the front also is open air. So as it's moving, it creates its own airflow as well, which should hopefully help. Yes, sir.
Will the 20-foot height of the monorail still allow for the path of parades and whatnot?
Yes, so the 20-foot elevation allows it to jump to other areas of the park if needed someday.
Parade route?
Yes, the parade route. So it's also designed at 20 feet not only for fire trucks and other equipment, but this is our parade route. So sadly, we did not do our Mardi Gras parade this year, and also our Splash Water parade is impacted because construction is still ongoing. But once all construction is complete, we've designed the monorail that it can accommodate all of our future parade needs. Yes, yes sir.
Will the monorail have a story and audio?
The monorail will have story and audio at both levels. So there'll be an intro level at the bottom, and there'll be an additional level when you get to the second floor that enhances the story as you're getting ready to board and ride. Mr. Freeze ride, you never know what the future holds, that's for sure. Yes. The question is, when we begin monorail construction, will Bugs need to close? It will not need to close. It will remain in operation, yeah. Including our train ride will remain in operation. So we're working around operation to make sure we're not impeding the guest experience. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Will there be shade? Yes, there will be seats and shade. Yeah. Yes. Any other questions? Superman is scheduled to be rethemed in the future, so we've worked on a really cool design package that will eventually be installed, but we just do not have a date yet to share, but it will look great. There was a question. The question is, what made us go with Shazam Tower? And it really, when you look at our tower ride specifically, it all goes to the audience that we want to appeal. If you notice, our current kids ride is very, very small. So like if you guys wanted to ride together, it would look rather awkward. Where on Shazam, it fits, it's accommodating. So if you're a grown-up, if you're a thrill seeker and you're 80 or 8, our new thrill tower will accommodate that. That's a great question. Yes, sir. The question is, with a Superman retheme, will it continue to remain Superman or a different character? It'll continue to be Superman. As you can imagine, when we do guest research, Superman is ranked very high amongst other characters. And when you look at the rides we're putting in this collection based on your feedback. They're selected by our guests. When you look at the colors for Poltergeist is green because those are the colors that you and our guests picked. If you look at Dr. Dr. Diabolical's called Dr. Diabolical because you guys picked the name. So we really do a lot of research with our guests because we just want to build what you want us to build. And that's what you're seeing around the park, are attractions, colors, storylines, and names that you guys have all picked. Yes.
Is DC going to be the only thing that's getting updated, or is like rides like Iron Rattler or the Boardwalk, are they getting added? Any rides?
The question is DC Universe the only thing that's being upgraded? This year, yes. But as you know, we've been constantly going ride by ride, attraction by attraction, and upgrading. Including this year, a few weeks ago, we actually had S&S come out to do a complete overhaul of our Scream Tower. So if you go on Scream Tower today, it is completely back to 100% manufacturer specification. So it is back to 100% power and operation. We also have B&M come out, do the same. We have other manufacturers come out the same. So we go ride by ride, attraction by attraction. Not only clean them up performance-wise, but also like you saw with Poltergeist a few years ago, come back in and close it, air condition it, add a new story, add theming, paint it, clean it up, and you're going to continue to see that area by area and ride by ride. Our story is young and we're never done. And the next on the list is Wonder Woman does reopen, excitingly July 1st, with the second generation 2.1 trains. When folks say, well, what is different? My answer is everything. There is not an aspect of that ride that has not been touched or enhanced for a more comfortable ride experience, including how the ride interacts with your collars, how the seatbelts move. The removing of the seatbelt itself is now removed and gone. The way that it encapsulates you, the comfort of the seat, how it engages up the hill, the structure of the hill, the programming of the ride, new brakes, new drive tires. I mean, literally, the entire ride has been reimagined and will be brand new again and freshly painted when she reopens July 1st. Hold on one second. Yes. That's right. When we were originally designing the ride, we thought the design of the new train would kind of be a 1.5 to like a 1.9, when in fact we actually ended up with a 2.1. In fact, they've actually made additional enhancements for our train design that the actual second generations don't have. So it's actually an improved train beyond that. Yes, ma'am.
Is it still gonna be like where it's supposed to be, like train never stops?
That's correct. It has a moving station. So all three trains will be moving nonstop in the station and just shuffling around the course, which will greatly increase the ride's capacity. Again, we anticipate that the throughput is at least going to double versus what we have been performing with the two train operation. So the line should be moving a lot faster, more exciting, and for our maintenance team, a lot easier to take care of and maintain. So no doubt. Any questions over here? No. Yes.
With the new, so, did you see Superman first ones to get lesser trains on?
We will not be changing the train configuration now. No. It'll be the same trains, just freshened up, paint, new theming. Yes, sir. The question is about Cook Freestyle. Sadly, in our market, they were hard to maintain from deliverable of product, so a lot of grade things were always grayed out. So we're just waiting for that service to improve a little bit before they get potentially reintroduced. So I do apologize for that. Yes. We are not slowing down Wonder Woman. She is actually crazier than ever before, so it is the full out-of-control ride experience. There's no doubt Wonder Woman performs differently than all the other second generations, and we want to make sure that she continues to run just as crazy as she wants to run, because obviously that what makes her so popular and fun. Other questions? Yes, sir.
Is there a fourth train for Wonder Woman?
There are 3 trains. There are currently 3 trains. The ride is only designed to actually have 3 trains in operation. We'll see how it goes. If we need to buy a 4th train to maintain 3 trains, we'll see. But as of right now, it has 3 trains. Yes, ma'am.
With the DC area, is Batman going to get repainted?
Batman will also get a renovation here shortly. Yes.
That being said, is Superman going to get repainted?
That was actually an earlier question. Superman is on the list to be repainted and rethemed. Yeah, so she'll also get some love here soon. Any other questions I can answer for the group? Yes, sir. Back to you. The question is, do we anticipate Iron Rattler? Well, it's hard to believe she'll be coming up on an anniversary sooner rather than later, and you never know what we have in store for IRAT. You never know. As you know, that ride also wants to haul, and it's like, why did it already end? Why am I over? So you never know what's coming to the magic of Iron Rattler. Yes.
Interesting. Track expansion?
I'll address that again with the team. I know that Wonder Woman's is in the process of being cleaned up right now because it is a different seat configuration. And I'll follow up on Iron Rattler, you said? I'll follow up on Iron Rattler. Yes.
Do you anticipate any character shows in the future too, in addition to
Character shows?
Yeah.
The character show we currently have, we do have a Looney Tunes show.
Yes,
We do not anticipate any time in the near future having a DC Comics show, but we will have the Looney Tunes show, which is in our beautiful Rockville High School Theater. Hi, Jay. Everyone say hi to Jay.
How are you?
Yes. Yes, sir. When it comes to paint, as you can imagine, we have almost every ride in this park is on the list to be repainted at some point. So when you ask repainting questions, the answer is yes. We're just going ride by ride. As you can see, DC Universe has been a big focus of us with our Sky Screamer, which that was the original paint job from when it was installed until now in 2012 is when that happened. So we're just going ride by ride, attraction by attraction. But yes, everything is on a master list to be repainted and cleaned up as we continue to move forward. Yes, ma'am, in the back. Poison Ivy will not be interactive, but it will look like you're entering through a greenhouse, and the actual units themselves will look much more like Venus flytraps when you ride. Yes, sir.
Speaking of seat is Joker ever going to get like restraints for those that like more wide shoulders?
It is not. The Joker restraints are the current standard from Soriani. So Soriani is actually that ride's manufacturer, and those are the same restraints for the Gigas that are rolled out. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Is there any plans to make Superman run smoother and less shaky?
Well, what's interesting is it's called seeking. And by the nature of that ride, it does have a tendency to want to seek towards the end. Although when we refurbish our trains and we monitor our trains, everything is exactly in spec as it should. But sadly, that ride experience specifically does have a tendency as it ages, even though everything is perfectly engaged, to offer that kind of shaking towards the end. There's not a good solution actively that we could purchase or buy, or I can assure you we would have purchased or bought it. So sadly, by the nature of that ride, it does somewhat seek towards the end of the ride. Hold on 1 second. Yes, sir. I'm sorry? What's going on with the fireworks show? So as you know, we close at 9 o'clock on Saturdays. So every Saturday does have a different fireworks show depending on what you like. So tonight, you guys are going to see the 180 show, which is spectacular. Then for the next few nights, we have what's called Summer Blast. Then we have our big 4th of July show, which is one of our 2 largest shows of the year, which is fireworks completely 360, along with drones. It's crazy. Then we do several more nights of a patriotic show called Lights of Liberty. The following weekend, it goes to Spring Blast. July 22nd, we have Oh What a Night, which is a fireworks show and a drone show. Then we've got more Summer Blasts, and then, of course, a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's all listed on our website, so depending what fireworks show you're interested in, you can plan accordingly. But every weekend where we do close at 9 o'clock or later, you will see there's some fireworks show to close out the night. So come to Lone Star Lil's tonight, and you'll get to see one of our signature shows, Oh What a Night 180 edition, which no doubt will be a spectacular way to close the general operation and begin our ERT. Yes, sir, in red.
So with the general trend, is there going to be like a plan for every ride to get more like a theme and a story to it, or is that just like with the characters? Like
The question is, are we continuing to have a plan to add additional theming and storytelling to our rides? The answer is absolutely yes. And as you can see, as we're building new rides and refurbishing old rides, we're continuing to enhance the story, the audio package, the theming, the way it looks. But truly, as you can imagine, if it was our park, we'd have already done it. But as you know, we're going ride by ride, attraction by attraction, and just making sure that our future is really more exciting than ever before. So that's the cool thing, and hopefully you've seen that over the past several years, knowing that the best days for Six Flags Fiesta Texas truly are yet to come. It's just going to become more and more spectacular. Yes, sir.
What decision led to like swapping between Summer Blast and Oh What a Night this year?
Well, some of it was what product is actually available. So as we plan our summer fireworks, we want to see when the drones are available, what different firework effects are available. As you know, we also have different fire effects and laser effects and other things. And it's just making sure that all the product is available for when we want to do those types of shows. It's also based on, do we have additional events or groups or other special things going on or special holidays that help determine kind of when those shows are layered in. Yes.
Do you know what time or year Goliath is going to get remodeled?
Goliath? It's down the road. Yeah, for Goliath. Yes. I'm sorry, the gentleman behind you. The question is about Roadrunner Express. And when Roadrunner originally opened, it actually featured a variety of characters. On today's construction tour, and I actually shared a photo earlier of a very exciting boulder, which you'll see that we have begun the process of refurbishing and bringing back some of the effects on Roadrunner Express. One of the signature moments is that you're at the top of the second lift, you make a turn, and there's a rocky formation. That rocky formation actually has a boulder with Wile E. Coyote trying to push that boulder onto the track. So the first phase is to reignite that. So you actually see the boulder that just returned from refurbishment to begin that process of getting Wile E. Coyote doing what Wile E. Coyote does, which is to ruin the fun of Acme shipping and trying to beg the Roadrunner to stop. So you will see that return. Yes, and I'm sorry, that gentleman behind. I'm sorry? There's a variety of new things that are being considered. The menu is not finished as of yet. Yeah, thank you. The question was about allergy-friendly meals and menus. Not only for this location, but throughout the entire park is currently being revisited. Yes, sir. Will you ever see a Hyper or Giga or taller? What do you guys think? There you go. You've got the crowdsource answer. Yes, sir. We will not be. Yeah, we did a little bit of research with our guests, and our guests like the current configuration of the ride. So the question is, will we be upgrading to the rotating shot tower seats? We will not be. We will not be upgrading. Yeah. Other questions? Questions? Yes, ma'am, in the back.
This is a silly question, but do you know who will we reach out for the suggestion for the park? Like if we want to request adding new rides for our dogs and for kids?
The best way, the question is if you want to be on our research panel and help identify what the new rides are. There's several ways. One, if you go to sixflags.com, you go to the bottom of the website, you'll actually see there's a specific place that says you want to do that. So click on that. Yes, I want to be part of the research team. So click on that, give us your contact information. The other way is to follow each park, and you will see the parks themselves post polls and information about what is going on and happening. So those are the two best ways. Or if there's ever a suggestion that you just want to submit to, like myself, my email address is right on our page under Contact Us. You'll actually, that's my real email address. It doesn't go anywhere else. It goes directly to me. Feel free to do that as well, because as you know, I read them all the time, or post them on Facebook. I read that too. Whatever's the easiest.
Facebook group, you have a bunch of them.
Yes, sir.
So obviously a lot of parents want to see versus obviously planning to get redone. So is the goal here just to try to make this the most immersive Six Flags experience?
The question is, DC Universe, are we trying to make it the most immersive that it can be? That's always our goal. Our goal is that when you come across the bugs or through the Shade Harbor, that all of a sudden you do feel like you're in the DC world with the characters, with the food and beverage, and just the way the area looks. If you remember what this space looked like before, we referred to it as rather low play value. It was hot. Sadly, the rides were designed for a much smaller audience. So our job is to broaden it out and to make it much more exciting for all ages and all guests. So with the addition of the new attractions and the theming, hopefully we're continuing to enhance the storyline for the park. Yes, sir. The question is, will there be a Texas regional pass? Currently, as you know, we're going through a merger process, so I have no idea what the passes will be like after that merger is complete. So stay tuned to find out. We'll all learn together what the new season passes will be like. Yes, sir. When we start teasing new rides for next year, dun 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 dun. You never know. But yes, stay tuned for FT92, which is our annual fall event. No doubt this year's focus will be very Fright Fest focused, because we've got lots of exciting news to share for our true signature event of the year, which is Fright Fest. So stay tuned for FT92 when we start sharing what's going on for the future. Yes, ma'am. Yes. So the question is, are we changing the flooring? Yes. All of this. There's some test samples that we've done with surfacing. Aren't actually it. If you look behind us, there's a gray square. If you look actually towards the entrance, there's a blue circle. We've done test materials. Also on the way out, you'll notice there's a variety where there's 4 different colors. Ultimately, this area will be completely resurfaced, and mostly the paths will be blue with kind of a gray border around the whole area. Yeah. So this way it helps keep it cooler as well. Yes, sir.
Speaking of paths and like resurfacing, seating for like the adults and older guests, like you guys gonna have a lot of that in this area?
Well, the question is about seating. As you've seen through the main park, we've added hundreds of more seats, more tables, more benches, more shade. That will continue as part of DC Universe. Absolutely. We'll be adding more seats, more shading, just chill, watch, enjoy. Plus, of course, having the monorail. I should mention that we do have 2 rides that will be on the Flash Pass system, which will be our monorail. So for anyone that does have access to Flash Passes, you'll be able to go up the stairs. For ADA access on the monorail, it will have an elevator system. So you'll actually take the elevator, a VIP elevator, up to the 2nd level if you do need special accommodations or you cannot walk the stairs. Also, our Nebula's attraction, Cyborg, will have Flash Pass access as well. Yes. The question is, will Zipline and Slingshot ever reopen? If you notice, the Slingshot is completely gone. It's been removed from property and it's gone. The Zipline gets removed in July and will not return. Both those attractions are now moved on to other happy locations. Any other location question? As a reminder, there is another tour coming up at 2 o'clock for the Zaragoza Theater, which is nice and air conditioned. And then we will meet at 3 o'clock for the behind the scenes maintenance tour. So we'll be seeing lots of stuff, including there's Iron Rattler, train number 4 is, or I should say train number 3 for Iron Rattler is sitting over there. You'll see the new boulder, behind the scenes of Pandemonium, behind the scenes of Wonder Woman, where we'll talk more about Wonder Woman, all that's going on. You'll see some of our theming in progress and a whole bunch of other fun stuff on that tour at 3 o'clock. And again, we meet in the picnic room. Yes, young man in the back.
Nice to see you again.
Great seeing you, man.
But I was going to ask the question, of course, you have so many like great ideas for the park, have continued to improve it. How's that relationship been between you and, of course, Six Flags Fiesta Texas isn't the only Six Flags park. So how's that relationship been, and how have you been able to convince them to keep on like investing in this park?
Well, the great thing is that we always had plans for pretty much everything ready to go.
Yep.
So if you were to log into my computer, you would see basically everything that you guys would ever want. I can assure you there's a plan for it somewhere here. There's no doubt. And it really is, as we hear strategic initiatives, like our senior leadership currently was like, we want to build more multi-generational attractions. And we're like, great, here's a plan to do that, which includes water slides, Kid Flash, monorail, Nebulas. So we've been successful because we have plans that are ready to go with our manufacturers. So it's like, here's the pricing, here's when we can do it, here are the designs. Let's go.
Yeah,
so
awesome.
we're constantly working on our future. So wherever the strategic direction is, or whatever our guests say, hey, we would like more of this or of this, we have those plans pretty well designed, ready to go as well.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Do you have those plans with the merger? Is that going to change you at all?
The way that this merger works, and most mergers, is there's really nothing that we can share between the companies. So right now, all that we can share, so I can't talk to anyone at Cedar Fair, and Cedar Fair cannot talk to us about anything business related at all. We are truly required to operate as 2 separate companies. So while we know each other, there's no strategic planning. There's nothing talked about the business until the merger is actually approved and complete. Once the merger is approved and complete, then we can really begin those collaborations of what does the future look like, and what is our new enhanced, or what is our new senior leadership, what are the goals they have to move all the parks forward. But again, we will not know any of that until those conversations can actually happen once the merger is complete, once we get to the finish line. Were there other questions? Yes, ma'am. Right now, everything is as is. So everything remains as is. Yeah. The question is, what happens to the water park after the merger? Again, I have no idea. So right now, it remains as is until once the merger is complete, and then we'll be able to find out what is our best path forward for all the properties. Yes. sorry? We do not water anything on the quarry wall. No. Everything that you see on the quarry wall is just what has happened since basically we took over since 1992. Again, if you would imagine where we're standing today, 33 years ago, there was no plants here at all. So I mean, this was truly the bottom of a quarry. So think about that. Every single plant that you see, every single tree, shrub, piece of soil was brought in to create the experience that you now know as Six Flags Fiesta Texas. There was nothing natural to the bottom of the quarry. So luckily for us, it has grown and matured and offering much more shade than those early years when it was still pretty much just the bottom of a hot quarry. So, yes, and I'll take one more question after that so everyone can get ready for the next tour.
Speaking about how there used to be a quarry, the 30th anniversary, you guys had all the history, displays, all stuff like that. Would you guys be making like a specific area for guests to go to see that history of the park?
The question is about our history. Our history is young. As you know, there's parks that are out there that are 150 years old and older. So we offer history pretty much on those milestone years. So if you're looking to learn more about Six Flags Fiesta Texas history, we'll continue to offer it like we did for our 30th anniversary, but there's not a permanent experience as of yet. But we'll continue to bring those out for our anniversary years to make them special. One more question. Anyone else say one more question? Yes, I might request the one more question. Oh, there you go, sir.
So I love that Penguin is basically an outdoor dark ride. Are there any thoughts about doing a dark ride here? Something like Monster Mansion would be brilliant.
Well, as you know, when it comes to dark ride in your climate, as we talked about plans, I can assure you not only do we have plans for lots of other kinds of rides, but there are also plans sitting on the shelf for a variety of different dark ride experiences. So we know that it's hot. And it truly goes back to what you guys want, what's the strategy moving forward, and just layering them in and just seeing what our guests really want us to add for our next exciting attractions. Yeah. Or several. Thank you so much. This concludes the exciting DC Universe Tour. We look forward to hosting you guys back as we open those phases and begin completing. Again, watch our Facebook pages because as the phases begin to open, we'll offer technical rehearsals and make sure that you guys are invited to be the first on our new rides and attractions as they open. So thank you and see you guys at the next tour.
We're here, Zaragoza Theater, preparing for the tour. If you saw the video last year, you know what the tour is like, the catwalk, and this time though, we have a whole set to tour as well. Right now they're testing the screen for Forever Hollywood, just making sure it's running smoothly. Yeah, kind of weird to just see it like without the proper music.
But it feels like 110. My name is Jorge, and what we're going to do here today is explore this beautiful space. Now, I know a lot of you got to see Forever Hollywood, and you've seen our entertainment around the park. Our entertainment team here has done a crazy job just transforming the park for the summer. We have some fun entertainment all around. But for this venue has a long history with the park. It was one of the largest theaters in the state of Texas at one point, and has some very unique architecture. Now, there are a few things before we begin. What we're going to do is, as a group, we're going to follow this young man right over here in the high-vis jacket. That's Patrick Stewart. Everyone say, hi, Patrick!
Hi, Patrick!
Patrick is in charge of this building and all of the technologies you see here, the lights, the sound, everything that is running, that man touches and helps make it work. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow him in like a conga line style line and make our way through the inner workings of Zaragoza. If y'all look straight up, you see we have a giant catwalk right above your heads. We're going to actually be walking above and through that catwalk area and into kind of the inner and the backs. Now, there are a few things, right, Patrick? We do have, as you see behind us and as you saw yesterday, we do have an active show that runs in this building. So there are cables, there are lights, there are things that are connected that should not and will not hopefully be touched, all right? So just remember, when you're walking through, you can take photos of the area, especially when you're in the catwalk area looking down this way or even the reverse. Take photos, take videos, but please be very careful of where you're stepping and where all of the cables are around. Now, as you get onto the catwalk and leave the catwalk, there's a bit of a step. So again, make sure you're watching your step as you go along. Are there any other things that we should mention, Patrick, before we get started? Don't touch the lights. Thank you. Yes, of course. Don't touch any of those lights or any of the fixtures, any of the cables, because like I said, it is an active show. Now, afterwards, we're going to go up, over, down, and back. And when we get back this way, we're actually going to be able to get on stage and take a look behind this whole set piece here. Patrick will be available afterwards, but right after, we're going to come on down, and you see Michael. Go ahead, Michael, Grayson, wave your hands. We're going to be exiting through that area onto our next tour, which is the maintenance tour. Now, this one was highly anticipated because it is going to be taking a look behind Wonder Woman, showcasing all of the new fun things going on over there. So, if you want to be a part of that tour, we're going to go back this way through that exit, back into the Picnic Grove area, where we will rendezvous as a group and then head on out. If you do not want to be part of that tour, then you can head straight on back into the park.
Can we leave our stuff here just while we're walking?
Yeah, you can leave your stuff here while y'all are walking through and above, and then y'all just come back, and then we'll head out that way. All right, so that's kind of roughly what we're going to be doing. This pack of our employees are going to be leading the way. So what we're going to do is, if y'all want to go ahead and start down the walkway here.
Needed that for a video.
What we're going to do is, as they get to the very top, we're going to taper off on the top and then just follow along and conga line out. Just like you would on a bus, on an airplane. So go ahead and start following Patrick Stewart there. We'll meet you back on stage.
Wow.
See now.
Oh wow.
The first people just reached
They're already up there.
Oh.
This little back area. Mysterious doors. Another mysterious door. Dang. What the heck is this? PB&J, the cave. What? Please see important note on the HR ladder. Management. If it's really important, post it here. Okay, so apparently we're in Peanut Butter and Jelly the cave. And that's a hole. Ooh. This is the catwalk. People are already on the stage. Wow. They're already done. Anyway. All the lights. Wow. All that stuff over there. Man, it's really weird being able to be up here. But it's also really awesome. Is that a speaker? That is a speaker. And a duck. There's a duck on there. Huh. Interesting. It's very, very interesting down here. Or not down here, up here. Another mysterious tunnel. I wonder if this is still the PB&J cave. Okay. Interesting. There's a lot of just random stuff up here. Very, very ominous back there. Ooh. Oh, Mardi Gras. Oh, elevator. And a microwave.
There's a dressing room.
Well, now we're back in-house, and I believe we are about to go up onto the stage and check it out. Here we are, headed up to the main area. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's the set list for the show. Wow. Whoa, whoa, too much of a zoom. Take some photos of that. Oh my
We'll
god.
have our prop table and our quick changes set up over here. Then there's big set pieces. And when characters get from one side to the other, mysteriously, they take this crazy back in the back.
Whoa. There's a lot of stuff up there. And there's, oh, there's stuff from Majesty back here. Here's the staircase. Here's the backdrop. Oh my. It's a lot of lights.
Yeah. And then those are our LED pixel boards.
They're doing sound testing right now. Dr. Diabolical.
That's an old.
So a lot of stuff back here. Here's a set piece from Majesty.
Yeah.
Here's some of their Fright Fest stuff. Holiday in the Park stuff. This is a set piece from the show. Some of the set pieces and stairs. Oh. Yay!
Your big moment, Matt. Come on.
Oh, they stopped it.
It's a high quality.
Wow. Look at this set. I think this is paint on the floor. This looks amazing. The red and black. Alright, well, this is a good look here. Let me get centered. Forever Hollywood set. Man. I'd honestly love to be up here. I love performing arts and stuff. But next we are heading to Wonder Woman and the maintenance stores and all that. Here is the little manhole that they use during the action and romance for the show for the Back to the Future segment. They also use that manhole for different shows that they've had in the past, like Creature Feature. It's a nice little thing they can use for transitions. Now this, I have no idea what this is. I think it's another trapdoor or manhole or something. People have moved. You can actually get a good look at this now. Wow. Is that music? That is. Or it's like the set list that we saw earlier, but it is. Wait a minute. It is music. That was the Zaragoza tour. We're gonna head back here behind Zaragoza now, and we're gonna start the maintenance tours. I'm here, Goliath, running and zooming as we head on behind the Zaragoza Theater. Why am I not walking in the shade? It's about 100 degrees. Here's the behind area and the back entrance. But that's not where we're going. We're headed this way. Gotta go behind the Wonder Woman and all that prop pieces, or those clown pieces. Those are. That looks pretty cool.
All right, give away another big round of applause. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Hopefully everyone's having a fantastic day so far. Everyone having fun? Yeah! Excellent. Well, for this next part of the tour, we're going to need everyone to watch where you step, because we are going behind the scenes. So please make sure that you are watching your step. We're going to have kind of a giant conga line of activities for you guys to see. We're actually going to begin in one of our rehab areas. We're going to see one of the Iron Rattler trains in the process of being rehabbed and refurbished. We're then going to walk our way past some of our entertainment and theming props that are being refurbished, including the big new boulder that will be installed on Roadrunner Express. We're going to go through one of our theming shops. We're going to see other behind-the-scenes Fright Fest and other park props. We're going to go behind the scenes of Pandemonium, and then we'll end with our newest incarnation, Wonder Woman 2.1. Will be the great finale where you can see the new trains, and our team over there working on the new trains to get it into circulation. But it is a behind-the-scenes tour, so we do need everyone to be very cautious and cognizant of where they're walking. Please do not pick up nuts, bolts, or things that you see that you want to take. The reason that we're able to offer great behind-the-scenes tours that you've gone on today and about to go on is because everyone before you was great, was very safe, and been very cognizant of the fact that it is a behind-the-scenes tour. So please make sure that you watch where you step. There will be uneven surfaces. We're going to tour again the finale as Wonder Woman. Then you can walk through, go through the Wonder Woman station and the Wonder Woman queue at your leisure to see the ride. Of course, we're all available to answer any questions that you have. But in just moments, we're actually going to go out the back gate, and that's where, wait, I will be there to lead the group as we parade and serpentine through all of the exciting back areas of maintenance, theming, and all of the excitement that's yet to come at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. So just grab a drink, grab a water, and we'll begin the tour.
All right. You heard the man. Go ahead and just stand up in your spots. Jeffrey will lead the way, so do not head out those gates just yet. He's making his way down that way, and we'll get this honk going here in just a few minutes.
Here we go. We are beginning the maintenance, except it's a big line. So how about we just cut to where we actually go over there? Scaffolding and stuff and whatnot. Let's jump to in there. Looks like Iron Rattler seats? Question mark? I don't know. The restraints don't look like Iron Rattler restraints, but the seats sure do. Someone got hungry. Arrows telling you which way is which, except they're extremely faded and you can't see the top one. This is their admin or administration building during show operation. What building is this? I don't... Yeah, that's a... What does it mean, show operation? There's the boulder! The boulder. And also some other stuff, but a boulder. Yippee. And there's a cliffhanger train. And oh, Halloween props. There's a Halloween prop. Love those. Some Christmas props right there. The gingerbreads. No, they were prepared and everything. Sadly, like I mentioned earlier, Splash cannot happen this year due to the construction, but they were ready and everything. Frightful finale. A lot of stuff back here that I recognize. Can you guys recognize it all? The golden ticket sign. This park has won the Golden Ticket Award for Entertainment 10 years in a row with their Mayor Slayer's Monster Mash Bash, back when they had that. They've also won Golden Ticket for a lot of other things as well. As we prepare to head into their entertainment tech shop, you can see a huge Fright Fest prop and also some Mardi Gras props. And over there is the other train, Greta, Jeffrey was talking about earlier. It is an old train. It even has the old logo. Here on my right, we have a bunch of beads that were used during Mardi Gras that they hang around the park. They also have 4 Mardi Gras festival stickers slapped onto this door for some reason. Now that's Country 2002. That was a show back at Sundance Theater. We got some small props, but then over this way, that's a Hell Valley prop. We got back row back there, Wonder Woman. We have the triple clown skulls. Looks like they're refurbishing it. We have a new prop. They're voodoo props from Voodoo Crew. The giant alien. Look at all that. Everything over here. They have that weird thing right there. Them rocks. The Oktoberfest Food Festival sign. The glue pegs. Some stuff up there. Some clown stuff. Graves. Mardi Gras stuff. That looks weird. And some stuff up there. And that stuff. Literally taking photos of everything. Everything could mean anything. But yeah, now we head back towards this way for another tour and also a random bench. Their landscape department. And now we have reached the back area. That right there is the huge giant 60-foot Christmas tree in all of its pieces. And some of the garland still on there. But right over here is their giant school bus they put out in Rockville during Fright Fest. Behind this mound of soil and dirt, you can't really see it from here, but they still have their 30th anniversary sign. Let's see, can you see it? Barely. They also have their old Johnny Rocket sign back there. Over to our right, which looks like we're sadly not going, oh wait, hold on. Meteor. I need to put that thing back out. Over to this way, which sadly we're not going to. Check out is all of their Fright Fest props and some of their Flavors of the World stuff. I wonder why that event didn't come back. Headed this way, over to our right, we see Hell Valley Cemetery. Earlier we saw a couple of the props in here over in the entertainment maintenance shop getting retouched and repainted. So that means this will most likely return for the 2024 season. Other than the fact that it's also still up. If you look this way, Slingshot is gone. And there's also a better view of Hell Valley Cemetery and the boardwalk. Speaking of that, here's the pandemonium. Lovely. We're on the back area of Wonder Woman. Speaking of Wonder Woman, they are doing testing. It looks like they have the test dummies in the seats right now. Looks safe to me. Can I ride? Oh my god, this seems so smooth now. Lovely. Lovely. Love it. I want to ride it now.
They're currently running cycles of Wonder Woman 2.1. So you can get photos, videos, and then here in just a few short seconds we're going to make our way through the receiver as we climb the line through the queue. So you can see one up close and personal. Maybe ask a few questions, take a few pictures.
To go through the queue of Wonder Woman. Lovely water. Oh my god, you don't know how bad I want to jump into that right now. This is their housing area for the other trains if one is in need of maintenance. Right now the other two trains are in there while they run single train operation for testing. Speaking of that, there it goes right now. So far, Train 1 testing has been successful, as from what we've seen. Hopefully it stays that way. Yes, we're getting ready to ride it. I'll be the tester now. The trains should be constantly moving. And oh, I see the new restraints. Oh my god, those new trains are gonna be so much better. There it goes. Here's the other queue house area. And yeah, that's the Wonder Woman tour and also the other stuff.
It doesn't look like it because it's so crazy. You see ponytails get snatched like crazy. Oh yeah. It's crazy.
Over here next to Picnic Grove, currently waiting for them to open. I think they're just now opening. The Rodeo rivalry games are about to begin. This is my team. At least 2 out of 3 people. There's someone else. There's someone else. But we have 4 people. And it's the first time I'm doing Rodeo rivalry. Actually, I think it's the first time all 4 of us doing Rodeo rivalry. So, yeah, hopefully we can do something. Hopefully we get either 3rd, 2nd, or maybe even 1st.